Hi everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles and the Tarot mini forecast this week for fire signs. And I did do a little bit of a forecast on my last video, but I'm here to do one again, and that's for Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. And I was saying to everybody in the last video that I'm wearing my New York Giants shirt, and I'm not talking about New York Giants from now, I mean from the 90s when there was Jeff Hostetler and Phil Sims. And I don't know, that's a long time ago. I actually have a Jeff Hostetler trading card, for God's sake. I still have it. But I haven't kept up with them. But I found this New York Giants shirt and I'm like, I've got to get it. I've got to get it. I've been wanting one for the longest time. So hello, New York. I used to live there in Queens. In Flushing, Queens. Actually, Kew Gardens Hills, just up the street a little bit. So it was kind of nice. On Queens Boulevard there. So here we go. I'm doing Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. Let's see what comes through. As I said, I'm using maybe I didn't say, I'm using the Green Witch Tarot and also the Hanson Roberts Baby deck, which I love as well. So here we go. Aries. Stand strong, Aries. It's coming. Okay. Oh, maybe I've got two cards. I'm just going to go with it. Okay, so we got the Four of Swords and also the Ace of Swords or Athames. Okay, so important times coming up here. Whenever we look at the swords, we're looking at things going on mentally and also communication. And the Four of Swords is always indicating a time of rest. Maybe there's been an illness. Sometimes there's been family strife. Conflict, and it's like, you know, you're just like, whoa, I just need to have a break from it all. Okay, so this is for Aries. Also, you may be sick and tired of the same old kind of routine. You are looking for something new. You're looking for a new direction as well in your life, and it just feels like you just keep going around in circles. I also feel here that there's a situation where you're feeling very betrayed in your life, maybe by an ex-friend or a partner or you know, a work colleague, something similar to this, and you're just feeling that little bit of a stab in the back. And this card is just showing me that you're totally over it. You haven't even got the energy to fight this anymore. You're just sick of the whole same scenario and drama. But it feels to me that you need to just allow things to just get over your head anyway. But also, this card being outside, like go bushwalking or go somewhere in nature where you're completely alone to focus on how you're feeling. If you've not been feeling well, this also indicates that sometimes there's something inside of you that you're not addressing in your life, something that you're thinking of, or something emotional that you're not addressing. And this perhaps is an energy or a time when you need to do that. I just noticed here also, I keep getting ducks in almost every card. And there's a tiny little duck here. And the duck's minding its own business. But the feeling here with it is that maybe you have to also mind your own business a little bit too. In other words, don't feel like you need to help everybody or sort everything out. Maybe it's family, maybe it's friends, where you have to be the strong one all the time, because clearly you can't do that and it's exhausting you. And if you give yourself a chance to rest, I think the duck will come over and give you some messages. The Ace of Swords also is that high communication card here too. And you know, you've got a mouse in the card, which to me always indicates some sort of gossip going on too. And you know what? People are going to say something no matter what you do, no matter how awesome you are, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how gorgeous you are. Someone's always going to say something, and it's just a matter of whether you're actually going to give it your time or not. I feel that there's a need to tell you that you're very protective, that you're cutting through all the crap, that you can see right through the crap, okay? And you need to do that. So in other words, when you're looking at someone else's life and they're coming to you for advice, it's like you can see straight away exactly what what needs to happen. You pick up on it straight away. But when it comes to you mull over things and you think over things too much, and you don't want to upset the apple cart or upset anybody, so you sometimes just don't say anything. Forget all of that, you know. It's time for you to give yourself your own advice. Know that you can easily see what's really going on here and let things lie. Time to move to the next situation, okay, which is coming up for you. Communication with yourself, I feel here, is key. Now, I don't do any reverses, but if some reverses come up in these cards, I was just saying before, I'll let them go. Okay, here we go. What did the Hanson Roberts? What's the last message for Aries? Okay, that's the card. Look, see? Gorgeous. The 10 of Cups. So if you can do this and you can, you know, see through all the stuff and you can give yourself a break and you can stop trying to worry about everything else and just allow yourself to have a break, you get the ultimate happiness. Whoa, can people see the red ring around me? I can. I've had this happen in one video before. Okay, now we're all seeing it. You can have you can have this ultimate see how it's gone? Ultimate happiness, okay? It's there for you. The rainbow's there, the castle there, the kids are just so happy, you know, that you're in this new situation. So a fulfillment within yourself doesn't have to be in a relationship. Some people don't want a relationship, but there's a fulfillment within yourself. And that's where you want to be at, where everything is falling into place. The only way it can happen is if you do this. Okay? Forget about other people's stuff. Even forget about your own stuff and imagine everything as working in your favor, because there's always blessings in disguise. Okay? Dream about going on that next holiday. Think about how you're going to do that, but don't overthink everything. Don't overanalyze, because this is what you want. Okay, now let's have a look at my fellow Leos. Remember, these are for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. Maybe check your others as well and just check in there. Okay, Leo, what's going on? Except for a big third eye headache. Okay, Leo, you've been having headaches this week, I know. Okay, here we go, 1. What are we doing, Leo? What are we doing? 2. Different weird cards. Okay, let's get a feel of these. So we've got the 8 of Chalices or the 8 of Cups. It's funny because I've just posted some castle pictures on my Facebook. And also the 2 of Swords or the 2 of Athames. Okay, weird situations going on. So firstly, the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is when you find yourself in a predicament in your life where, you know, you're not feeling fulfilled in certain areas. And, you know, for some people, this is the turning away from a relationship card. This is a turning your back on a situation card that you have emotional investment in. Something that you're close to, something that you have been close to. And you're seeing something better for yourself. You're seeing growth in another direction. So this is a good card for us, for Leo, because we need to make sure that we are always following our sun. Like we're always following exactly where we need to be, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Because certain situations, you know, some people could think, oh, wow, you're with the best person in the world. But if you don't feel that, and if you don't feel fulfilled, and you don't feel that happiness, you're going to make a decision about it. And you've become very, very clear in what you want, Leo. You've become very precise in what you need. You're done with all of the, what's the word? Giving so many chances in life. You're over it. You want something as direct as you are. You want situations that are upfront, truthful and honest, or else you're just not interested. Okay, this person is still, in this particular picture, is still contemplating a different angle in the same situation that they're going in. Contemplating how can these things grow here at the side of the beach, you know, where the beach water is and all the salt. Look at all this growth here. Miracles can happen in any situation. This black bird here is really outstretching its wings. And one thing I've noticed is black crows everywhere. In fact, normally, like, you know, when you see a crow or a bird or something, it flies away. When I'm doing my walk, they're so used to me coming up now that they just walked alongside of me on the road. I'm just like, whoa, don't say anything, keep walking, you know. And the crow was right there, like with me, you know. So you may find that you're feeling like you're not alone as well, and you're seeing signs of this too. But you're finding miracle situations happening, growth where there shouldn't be growth, changes where there wasn't any changes before. Things are shifting, things are changing, and you're turning away from anything else that is upsetting, or people who are letting you down, or people who have betrayed you, or people who have upset you, or people who are playing games, and, you know, making themselves out to be one way to people, and you know better, like, because you're intuitive as anything, you know. You've got no time for it anymore. Invest in your craft, in what you do. Invest in yourself and focus on yourself. And this is a message that I'm going to continue to talk about as well, is the strength, empowerment. We need it, okay? Give it to yourself. You're turning away, perfect. You've also got the Two of Athames, or the Two of Swords. And this sometimes shows a bit of discord going on, people arguing about who's going to pull these knives out of this block here. You know, who can do it, who can do the better thing. But you're not interested in who's better than who. You're sick of all that stuff. You're sick of comparing, you know. You're wanting to move away from immature situations as well. And I feel for some of you that there's going to be a revolution. Okay, we'll go with the revelation. Revelation, I was going to say, of important news coming about. Something that has been on your mind, perhaps in the past. And suddenly someone says something, and the penny drops, you know. There's just information that just comes in. It's like, whoa, you know, I've got it, you know, that kind of situation. Or I love it when someone has been really awful to you for a really, really long time because they believe something that someone else has said, and then finally they get egg on their face because they find out that that other person was full of it, and you're like, I told you, you know. So it might be that kind of situation, even though we don't want to be around people that would actually judge you for any situation that you've had. And that's another thing as well. Be careful of who you're hanging around, because you're not going to want to hang around people who won't have your back when you're not there, you know. People who stand up for you even when they hardly know you, they are gems. Like, keep them. And there's a few people in my life who have only met me a few times, and they totally had my back, and I've recently just found out about this, and I'm so grateful to you guys, you know. So be around people like that, who have got you even when you're not there, and they're not going to sit there and listen to gossip. They're not going to sit there and listen to, oh, did you know this and did you know that, you know, none of that. In other situations in life, there's something about a bank manager or some sort of financial advisor, and maybe you've been contemplating whether that's the right person for you or not. Someone out there knows what I'm talking about. I feel or not, okay? So if there's any sort of where you're not sure in your mind about anything, either wait until you do feel sure, or just don't do it, okay? You're getting this message really clearly. Time to really listen to yourself, Leo. And all the good luck in the world coming as well. So let's have a look at what these gorgeous little Hanson Roberts cards say. Oh gosh, why do I keep getting them up the wrong way, you know. Okay, here we go. What else can we tell Leo? What else can we tell Leo? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so here's the change you've been waiting to see. Here's the shift in the karmic wheel. Like we were talking about before, where someone actually finds out that another person who they'd been listening to was full of it. And they're going to want to come and say to you, I'm really, really sorry. but it's really, really too late. Okay, should have known me. Should have had my back like I've had yours, you know. That's the feeling that you're going to have. You're not going to tolerate, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not that you're losing your empathy. It's not that you're losing your kindness. It's that you're being kind to yourself, and that you're not allowing other people's problems to affect you so much, because that's something that Leos do. And I know people probably don't realize that we're very, very caring, even though and very, very loyal as well. And even though people might see us as prideful and all that kind of thing, totally, like, I'm totally not, you know, like, I'm not that way at all. I know some that are, but there's some, you know, people who Aquarians or, you know, water signs that are as well. You know, it doesn't really matter. But one thing that we certainly are is very, very caring and empathic to other people. But it's often at the detriment of ourselves. So we might put ourselves last in line just for someone else to go first, you know. Whereas now we're going to start to really see how much we benefit from taking care of ourselves, you know, in a positive way, not in a negative way. Becoming that independent, strong person, empowering ourselves while still caring for other people, giving advice and doing what we do, but not having it impact our life as much, okay? In this particular card, you've got the you've got an Egyptian theme there with the pharaoh there, or the Sphinx even, I think maybe it's supposed to be. The Sphinx, you've got an eagle, you've got an angel, you've got the snake, you've got the Anubis, you've got the jackal, you've got the lion, and you've got the bull. So, and also knowledge, it's showing books here. So perhaps, you know, this is saying that something from a past life or a karmic cycle has completely ended for you. And all the bits and pieces of who you are on a shamanic level are starting to come back. You're retrieving those places or pieces of your soul. And if you want something like that, if you want help with past life readings and help and assistance in bringing those bits and pieces back to you, please write to me or give me an email. I'd love to be able to help you in that situation. So good luck coming to Leos. Okay, trust this situation that's coming up in your life. Know when you need to turn away and just do it. Okay, you're doing a fabulous job. So, also for Sagittarius, let's have a look at you guys. And I just love the all of the fire signs. I love all of the signs, but obviously I do love the fire signs because we get misunderstood a little bit. Sagittarius, here we go. What's going on with you, Sag? What's happening, Sag? The door just shut. Okay, door's shutting. Okay, something's ending, and we got it here with the Three of Swords, Three of Athames. But this is positive, okay? Let's not worry too much. And also the Star, which also relates to Aquarius energy too. So the Star here. And also I feel the Star always comes up because I think of the Star of Bethlehem. Comes up around Christmas time, something's shifting too. But since this is for the week, the Star is indicating that you have found a niche, or you've found something that works for you, perhaps connecting to nature, maybe photography, maybe the arts, maybe your creativity, maybe your readings, maybe working with people, working with the angels, you know, some sort of spiritual task, something where you're teaching, something where you're growing, something where you're learning. You know, maybe even for some people, you know, you're into the study side of things, or you are a studious type of person and you enjoy learning new things as well. And this card is indicating that no matter what has happened before you, this is now the turning point. And I need to tell you that this is the turning point in your life. This is the time in your life where you need to embrace everything that's taking place. Listen to all of those inner feelings that are going on within you. You know, maybe you're getting guidance on what to eat, or you're getting guidance on what to study, or where to go, and, you know, where to live and all that kind of stuff. Are you listening, I guess, is the key here. Are you listening to all of that information that's coming in for you? Okay, because it's very, very clear at the moment. I feel that you're getting rid of things that you don't need. Perhaps you're doing a decluttering. Okay, this could be a decluttering of your house, of, you know, circumstances, just, you know, getting rid of stuff in general. There's also like this little tiny goldfish here, like coming out of the water. And whenever I see fish in the readings, it's two things. It's either a wealth of spiritual knowledge or actual wealth within your life. Okay, so either of those things are abundant too. But you have the Three of Swords here. And this is not, or Athames, this is not anything to worry about. This is a natural progression, a natural ending. Although some of you may still be going through grief and separation and anxiety and issues of the heart in itself, in this particular card, it's like, okay, she's standing there and she's like, okay, I'm going to walk in that door. There's something that you've been worried about taking a new direction in your life, but you've gathered the strength to do this, to face this obstacle. And it's very important that you do. The light is on, okay? It's okay for you to enter into this new phase of your life. The swan is there too, which also indicates the heartache of missing a partner, because the swans, as we know, keep a lifetime partner. In fact, many birds do this. Many animals do this. Lizards do this as well. Okay? And they always have a partner for life. You are abundant and you are protected in this situation. I'm getting if you look at these cards, I'm getting a nighttime feel as well. So perhaps most of your work or most of your information starts to come in at night too. Okay, let's do the Hanson Robert cards as well. Here we go. Okay. And here we are. This is for Sagittarius. See how the super fast energy comes in of the Knight of Wands. And in some cases, this is, you know, not many people like the Knight of Wands. I do, you know, because I feel like he changes things really, really quickly. So changes in circumstances, changes in residence, someone moving very, very quickly, very creative, very trustworthy, you know, looking. In this particular card, as I look at it, he's actually looking in the past. So he's got a dragon on top of his head as well. So he's looking in the past, even though as you're seeing it, it looks like he's looking into the future. So there's something that you're fast moving out of from the past here as well. Moving into this new direction very quickly. Maybe someone's moving in to your home or moving out. That can also be a situation. But I also feel that you need to know that your whole body, your whole being knows exactly where it needs to go. So allow it to just take you to where you're supposed to be. Don't try to fixate on a destination too much. Just allow this flow of energy to push you where you need to go. Something happening very quickly, something happening maybe by surprise. Also coming in quick, like news coming in quickly too, which allows some sort of freedom in your life too. So those are the messages for this sign, for the fire signs this week. Thanks for joining me on all social media at Divine Miracles, and also love to chat with you on INSTANTGO or have a deeper reading with me as well. But until the next time, many, many blessings and much love, and goodbye for now.